Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well. Salutations and greetings to all the brothers that's pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom. And different brothers did a lesson on the cannibal mice that's going on in Australia. It's a plague of mice taking over. All right, and this is Bloomberg.com, and I want to read some of this article. All right, because the scriptures talk about how the plagues are not slack. The plagues of Egypt is coming back, and many more plagues. More plagues is coming across the world, across the globe, and also a lot of plagues coming to the United States, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, so it says cannibal mice threaten Sydney homes and Australian farms. It says, for a fresh perspective on the stories that matter for Australian business and politics, sign up for our weekly newsletter. It says the plague of mice attacking parts of Australia is turning into a horror story, with the rodents threatening to invade Sydney. Reports of the vermin eating their own and the farming industry being thrown into turmoil. That's going to cause a famine too. Keep reading on. It says millions of mice have swarmed schools, homes, and hospitals in the eastern states of New South Wales and Queensland, wreaking havoc and leaving entire towns suffocating from a lingering pungent odor. Wow. So it's very stink there. It smells like shit there. A pungent odor. It says now there are reports of them munching on the remains of dead rodents, and even predictions that they could reach Sydney in a matter of weeks, riding on freight trucks and food crates. That's a plague, man. That's a plague. That's a plague and pestilence. Which these rodents, man, they have diseases, stuff of that nature. They carry diseases and they carry different things that can do harm to your body. All right, and hey, a lot of you people, you're gonna be eating the rodents and these mice. You people gonna eat these things because you already eat these things now. You people gonna eat these things because a famine is gonna happen. You people are going to be starving, and these mice and these rats are going to be munching on you people very soon. All right, it says while the Australian Pesticides and Veterinary Medicines Authority hasn't approved the use of a highly toxic chemical to tackle the scourge, the state of New South Wales is already gearing up for the permit. Local authorities have secured 5,000 liters of bromadiolum, one of the strongest mice killers, for distribution across 20 treatment sites in the worst affected areas of the region. It says the swarm is also threatening Australia's 51 billion agriculture industry. Mice numbers have exploded after a bumper crop last season, with the crisis showing no signs of abating. Some farmers are refraining from planting winter crops for fear of damage to freshly sown seeds and ripened grain, according to Matthew Madden, a grains committee chair for industry group, NSW Farmers. It says people are actually just abandoning crops because they think, why am I going to plant this if it's going to get eaten? He said. It says, he said from his Moore farm in northern New South Wales, the anxiety is, even if I get it to spring, if these vast numbers are still here, they'll just eat the crop as it ripens. So that's going to lead to farmers not, farming, due to the fact of people are fearful. People are scared that these mice is going to eat up their crops. All right, so that's going to leave people not farming things and not planting things, and a lot of people going to be hungry. So, hey, that's coming to America. Okay, a lot more things worse than the mice plague is coming to America. All right, it's the grand finale here, because this place is absolutely wicked. All right, so it's an in transit video, so just bear with me. Akiyam wa Akwathium Babakwasha, while I find this precept or scripture. It's let's get it real quick. Second Esdras, what's that? Chapter 8. Second Esdras, chapter 8, verse, let's see, 50. Yeah, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. To this very day, you people are very prideful, because you get to go to Starbucks, you get to go to Whole Foods, you get to drink your press green drinks. You get to go to these different malls and shopping centers. You just feel untouchable. You feel like America can't be stopped or touched. Therefore, you people are, very prideful. You're in a prideful mindset. You're proud. But guess what? Many great miseries will come upon the earth in these last days. We're in the last days. All right? We're in the last days, man. This is Second Esdras, chapter 16, verse 39. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. I'm going to start at verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So more plagues is coming to Australia and across the world. More plagues. And who's sending these plagues? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So women do experience birth pains. Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Sorrows shall come upon it on every side. We are in the beginning of sorrows. Okay? This is Matthew 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right? Famine will be worldwide, especially here in the United States. Okay? Famine will be worldwide, especially here in the United States. All right, you got the pestilences, these different diseases, these different animals that's carrying these different diseases. Hey, a lot of you people are through. You got earthquakes everywhere. You got the uproars of the people everywhere. Okay, you got earthquakes in diverse places. Places where you think earthquakes may not happen, there's an earthquake there. We got tornadoes, you got pillars of smoke, pillars of fire everywhere. You're hearing about wars and rumors of wars. You hear about war talk in the news, on the internet. You know, people showing off their missiles, these different nations, these different heathen nations showing their weaponry, their weapons. All right. So, hey, we got the mice plague here. You know, I believe they released or they're going to release GMO mosquitoes here in Florida. That's backed up by the Bill Gates whatever foundation. That's backed by them. Okay, because their plan is ultimately to keep humanity under 500 million. They're trying to decrease the population because a lot of people in this world, according to them. So, hey, we just got to keep fighting a good fight of faith and believe and have hope. Have a, expect great things, man. All right. So with that, all praises and honor and glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash, Shalom.